always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And you can can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Give to the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man on the outside. Oh, he got loose. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Combs. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
This is a gamble that could blow up in your face, going for it on 4th and long from their own 43. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Throws to the wideout. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle with Sexton. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
He's open on the right.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new...
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown LSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. LSU quick to the line. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Fires to the right. Got the tight end outside. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Off play action on first down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Offense lining up quickly. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Grab near the marker. It's Combs. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Sexton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something we practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He's going to take a chance from midway in the disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clinton. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. LSU right back to the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Breaks into the open. Can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, woo, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The give on the inside. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get in. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Pace. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys in his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for big tight end, makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage, and you just want to find some middle ground.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let us find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find...
Gonna take a shot. Made the catch with enough for the first down, but he was out of bounds, incomplete, and a turnover on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. Turning it on. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Touchdown Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. He'll bring it out. It's Ambrose. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really... There he goes! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. LSU quick to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. After run, now throw. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and 4. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pace. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's great. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today. And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Moving away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Catch in the middle. It's Sexton. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ambrose. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between...
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And the kick splits the upright, so at least they salvage that. Time has expired. 3 points.